buying a house, if you're just there for the money, then I will do what Sam did. Start figuring out how you can make some kind of cash flow, make a profit from the sale of the house.
Once we moved into that house, that's where we had our son. And then from there, we moved to Avondale. We had our son there, and our daughter was born in Avondale.
What advice would you give somebody that's going through that?
The best thing you have to do is be able to communicate. You have to have an open line of communication, because you have to understand, if you're married, you're on the same team. Whatever you want to call your team.
How you went through the process of like, hey, you know what, I'm gonna buy my first house, but instead of being so tied with, the monthly payment, I'm gonna rent a couple of rooms.
Yeah. No, definitely. I mean, obviously having the house and selling it helped out a lot.
Sam Nunes is a real estate agent specializing in helping buyers, sellers, and investors make smart decisions in the real estate market, offering professional advice and valuable content.
I think it was in 2010 when we moved to Phoenix and then Avondale.
Yeah.
But yeah, ever since then, I learned a lot from that time.
Profiting on your first house, losing your second house, and then purchasing your third house, right?
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Good Vibes Podcast. Today we have a great episode for you guys, and we have one of our team members, our guest, Mr. Sam Nunes. Let's give him a round of applause. Woohoo! So today we're gonna change it up a little bit, right? Good Vibes is about good memories, what we've gone through life, experiences, and everything that we've done so far in our journey. Sam, this topic is gonna be a little bit different. Well, not a bit different, but I will say more. Is to give a better reference to those that would like to achieve homeownership, right?
Okay.
So we're gonna our main topic for today is gonna be pride of homeownership. Okay. So let's start off with the first question. Take us back, in buyers, when somebody's thinking about buying a house, there's so many uncertainties. There's fear.
Yeah.
There's just so much going on, right? Take us back, for your personal, not purchase, but like what you went through. Take us back when you bought your house. What was the emotions, the feelings, everything that you went through when that happened back in the day?
Oh, man. That was
back, what, 40, 50 years ago?
That was back in 98, actually. 98 or 99.
Is that when you purchased your first house?
Yeah.
No way.
98 or 99. I actually purchased it with my cousin. Mm-hmm. She said, Sam, we should buy a house. Mm-hmm. I was like, okay, well, let's give it a try. It just happened to be, I used to work for Bank of America, and the loan officer there, her name was Lupe. She says, oh, Sam, I can help you get the loan. So she did. I had no idea what I was doing. She sent us to a realtor that she knew, and I mean, we saw a few houses. The experience, honestly, was not the best, and that's what I took away from it. So that's why I make sure that my clients are always treated the right way and know what they're doing. Not know what they're doing, but they know the expectations and what's going on every single time. Right.
Now, your cousin says, hey, Sam, let's buy a house. So you guys went through the process.
Yeah.
Purchased your first house. Were you guys roommates or?
Yeah, roommates. I mean, she lived there. She had a daughter. She had a newborn. And we lived there. And then later, eventually, we got more roommates. Other people were living with us. And then she ended up moving out, and then I just kept getting roommates.
I mean, and that's a great way, right? Like to start off, if you're like, all right, I'm gonna buy my first house at the very beginning, and that's what we call it, house hacking, right? Yeah. When you start renting out rooms to family members, even close friends, right?
And it's certainly doable even now.
Yeah, right.
Even now.
Like why not? I mean, might as well. That would be more as an investment at that point.
Yeah. Yeah, when I did it, I was young, had no kids, not married. So I was able to rent the rooms out. People would leave, I would get somebody else. Mm-hmm. And you can still do that right now.
How long did you do that for?
About 6 years, 7 years.
Okay. So. And then what happened then? Like, you guys decided to sell, cash out?
Yeah, I bought her out, and then I sold the house in 2004, and I purchased my own house in 2005 in South Phoenix when I got married.
Okay. So did you buy first before getting married or after you got married? You remember?
So we got married through the courts in May, and then I closed in, I think it was in August, my new house, and got married to the church in September.
Okay. So, and this is where, the uncertainty and the fear comes into fruition, right? Like somebody
Yeah.
that is going to get married, got a house, starting a new family. Like, did you have any of those feelings?
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. Everything was scary. Everything was brand new. Living with somebody else, sharing stuff. It was new for both of us because she was independent and she had her own house, and now she was going to share everything, and we had to communicate, and that was difficult I think more for me personally. I think more for her because she was so independent. But we got the hang of it, and here we are still.
Make it work, right? You made it work.
Still,
you made it work.
Over 20 years later.
That's awesome, man. Congrats.
Thanks.
So, and that's what advice would you give somebody that's going through that process right now? I mean, because I see a lot of young couples, getting married, going through the process of buying a house. Sometimes they just go by the motions and not necessarily realize that they're doing. I don't know if they might not be doing the right purchase. Or they might be, right?
Yeah.
So what do you think? What's your opinion about that?
As a couple, the best thing you have to do is be able to communicate. You have to have an open line of communication, because you have to understand, if you're married, you're on the same team.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to call your team, that's your team. And as you have kids, same thing. That's your team. Your team is this, and we both have to work for the same goals. So if we want to buy another house, okay, what do we need to do to get there? If we want to buy a new vehicle, what do we need to do? Investments, anything is always thinking about the other person as well and discussing it.
And I think that's huge, communication.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
it really comes down to communications 99.9% of the times,
Yes.
right? From the moment of like, all right, we want to, start this family, or, maybe when you purchase your first house with your cousin, like, yeah, how are we going to get there? And what's it going to look like, right?
Yeah.
What are you going to be responsible for? And start budgeting.
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
Getting to know your numbers, because sometimes we just like, all right, we want to buy it, and we buy it, and then we're what we call it house poor, right? Like,
Yeah.
like you have a nice house, but then you don't have any money to do anything else.
Nope.
Because you're just limited.
Yeah, you're spending all your money.
From a first-time home buyer, that was mostly as an investment than anything else, which that's smart.
Yeah.
Like how
No,
you
it
went.
definitely helped.
How you went through the process of like, hey, you know what, I'm gonna buy my first house, but instead of being so tied with, the monthly payment, I'm gonna rent a couple of rooms.
Yeah.
And then once I purchase my second house, I'll be more prepared.
Yeah. No, definitely. I mean, obviously having the house and selling it helped out a lot, because I was able to obviously do the down payment and still have money left over, and so my main goal is, at that point, was to have zero bills, and which I had. But definitely planning it out is the best thing. And don't overextend yourself, because like you said, you don't want to be house poor.
Yeah.
You don't want to be house poor. Like the car that I had at that time, I kept it till it was paid off, and I kept it even after that for the longest time, because I didn't want to have another car payment. Just because that money, I can use it for anything else that I wanted. It didn't have to go somewhere.
Yeah.
I decided where it went.
And even right now, right, families who purchased their houses back in 2023, 2024, 2025, and they're going through some struggles, financial struggles, like instead of, letting go of their home, I'll be doing what you did the very first time.
Yeah.
Start looking for roommates.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And help out with the monthly payment, as opposed to losing the house altogether just because, there's some economic issues happening within the country.
Yeah.
So if you're having some kind of hardship, instead of losing the house, find somebody else that can help out with the monthly payment and rent out a couple of rooms.
Yeah, I think it's especially doable is if it's only maybe husband and wife, or if you're single, definitely rent out the rooms. Rent out the rooms, and it's going to help you pay for the mortgage.
And that's the best way to approach it, right? Now, when you move to your second house, this is where the magic starts happening, because you already experienced the process of buying your first house. By the time you purchased your second house, were you already licensed or not yet? Was a different realtor helping you?
No. Actually, another realtor helped me buy that house.
The second house?
The second house.
Okay.
And then I got licensed in October.
So when you purchased your second house with another realtor, how was the process?
Good. I mean, it was a new build.
Okay.
He helped me out, and he helped me sell the other house as well. And so it was good. The process was pretty simple.
Okay.
But yeah, I purchased my house in August, got married in September to the church, and then got licensed in October.
Now, going through the whole process and starting a new family. Now let's talk about creating the memories, right? Like this is what it's all about.
Yeah.
When you're buying a house, if you're just there for the money, then I will do what Sam did. Start figuring out how you can make some kind of cash flow, make a profit from the sale of the house. I mean, that's genius, right? Maybe buying a duplex, rent one of the units and leave at the other one. Maybe a triplex, maybe a fourplex. If you're looking at the investment aspect, but if you're looking as a homeowner, right, that you want to raise a family, that's where you start creating those memories. So your first house, how many kids did you have any kids before you guys moved into your first house?
No, we didn't. No kids. We actually, once we moved into that house that I purchased in, I think it was in 2005. Yeah, 2005. That's where we had our son. And then from there we moved to Avondale. But yeah, that was we had our son there, and our daughter was born in Avondale.
Okay. So having the home, that's the stability, I should say, right?
Yes.
The stability of owning your house, that you don't have to move year after year because now the landlord they want to sell the house, they want to raise the rent, they don't want you to do certain things to the house. What's the feeling that you have and had just by knowing, like, this is my place, this is where my family lives, and this is my sanctuary in a way?
Yeah. I mean, that feeling is awesome because it's just like right now, my house that I have right now, that's our home, That's our home, whether it's a big house or a small house. If it's yours and you have your kids here, it's your home. As long as nobody can go in there and tell you what to do with the house, that's the best feeling. When you're renting, because I've done that before, it's not the best feeling. Because then when the lease is due, you're like wondering, okay, what's next?
Yeah, you have that worry, right?
Yeah. Am I going to be able to extend this, or are they going to kick me out, raise my rent? Though you have to think about those other options. When you own your own home, all you got to make sure is the mortgage is paid every single month, and that's it. If any updates you want to do to your house, you just plan them out.
Yeah, 100%. You're in the third or fourth house already?
Fourth house.
So you've sold the first house, sold the second house. In every house, did you make a profit?
No.
Okay.
No, not the second one. The third one I have rented.
But you sold the first house. Did you make a profit when you sold the house? Mm-hmm. When you sold the second house, was there any profits when you sold the house?
No, that was loss.
That was a loss.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's never always a gain.
No.
Okay. And this is good, right? Because even though it wasn't a gain, it was a loss, like you mentioned, but you still had your space, right? You still had your house.
That was during the foreclosure crisis.
Oh yeah.
So that was horrible. That was horrible to go through, and I don't recommend it. Even though a lot of people say, "Oh, I want the foreclosure crisis so I can buy a cheap house." That was not the best feeling.
Yeah.
I mean, you worked in that time. It was not fun.
Yeah. What year was this? Did you end up short selling the house?
Next leg go.
You just foreclosed on it. Mm-hmm. Okay. And that happened to a lot of people.
That happened to a lot of people.
I mean, back in 07, 08, some people lost everything.
Everything.
Like, not just houses, businesses.
I remember as a realtor seeing homes that were lost and their furniture was still there. Mm-hmm. People's stuff was still there. And that was pretty sad. Mm-hmm. That was really sad. I saw a lot of loan officers have health issues. Even realtors have a lot of health issues.
The stress.
Yeah, it was horrible. It was horrible.
Yeah, sure. It was a rough time.
It was a rough time.
Yeah.
I don't recommend it. But it was a huge learning experience too.
It's not that we recommend it. It just happened. It literally was something that.
And it seemed to happen so fast.
It happened so quickly.
So fast. I remember the phones not ringing. Then all of a sudden, the market was good at first, and then all of a sudden you had to do price reductions. I'm like, well, that's weird. Mm-hmm. And then, but I think I learned a lot from it. And especially going through it with my wife. Mm-hmm. Because we got to know that we were there for each other, through the bad times.
Right.
And not just the good times.
Yeah, you learn not to take things for granted.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
Be more careful. Don't be so reckless.
Don't be so reckless.
So if you're a realtor or a loan officer or just an entrepreneur altogether, right? You're doing well. Like, learn to, don't start spending your money left and right just because you're doing well. Yeah. Learn to start investing it, right? When the opportunities come, you'll be more than ready than anybody else. And that's a mistake that a lot of us did. Like, I was like, man, this can last forever, right? So I was, creating really bad habits. The money was coming in, the money was going out, just spending it because I thought it was gonna be like that forever, and it didn't.
Yeah.
It just lasted about a year. I got licensed about 05. So 05, 06, I did well, and then 07, just like everything
went downhill.
Yeah. That was.
I remember that. I think it was in 2010 when we moved to Phoenix and then Avondale.
Yeah.
But yeah, ever since then, I learned a lot from that time.
So now, from profiting on your first house, losing your second house, and then purchasing your third house, right?
Yeah.
What's the one thing that you learn, like for a homeowner, right? For somebody that has owned and has that fear of buying again just because they probably went through the same process that you did.
Yeah.
What's the one advice that you can give the individual that is hesitant from buying because there might be a lot of people afraid from what they went through?
You know what? If you have that fear, keep in mind, the worst they can tell you is no. But what if they tell you yes? I think I remember helping a lot of people, and even myself when I was purchasing my third house, I was like, what if I get declined? Like, well, get declined, at least they'll give us a game plan. And that's why I tell a lot of my clients, like, hey, don't worry about the loan officer saying no. Let's get in there and come up with a game plan. Even if it takes you a month or two. And a lot of buyers, they get surprised, like, oh, man, I thought it was going to take me a lot, like years. It's like, no. You know, having no credit is better than having a really, really bad credit. Yeah. But even if you have bad credit, it's fixable.
Yeah.
You know, even after a short sale, even after a foreclosure, it's fixable. Time passes and you'll be able to get there eventually, for sure.
And now you're doing little things different, right?
Oh, no, absolutely.
you learn from the whole craziness.
Yeah.
So now that you purchased your third home, and then just recently purchased your new home, right?
Yeah.
In this kind of market, and then you ended up keeping your previous home as a rental, right?
Yeah, this is a rental.
So it's a rental. Purchase your new house. How's that working out?
It's good. I mean, the house pays for itself, and the only thing that I do miss of that house is my pool.
Yes.
Because I had just gotten a pool, but I was just not my knees, they weren't hurting, but I wanted a single story, and my house was a 2-story. With a really nice pool, and that's the only thing I missed. So my game plan for this year for our family is eventually start working on the pool as well.
Yeah, start building your next pool for the new house.
Absolutely.
And that becomes a bit of a snowball, right? Like, okay, I purchased this house, I'm gonna keep it as a rental, moving to the next house. Eventually, that could be the same possibility for the next house, or maybe cashing out depending on what the market is doing. But now you are being a lot more careful than what we went through back during the foreclosure crisis.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of that stuff in the foreclosure crisis was out of our hands too.
Yeah.
It's not, a lot of this stuff, it's not something that a lot of homeowners did. It was just the type of loans, type of the market it was. Yeah, a lot of this stuff, I think a lot of those loans that don't exist anymore.
Yeah.
So for sure.
Yeah. But then you learn how to be more financiable.
Absolutely.
You know, careful, right? Creating your budget, make sure that you're not overextending yourself. Always preparing for the worst.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
working like you're broke.
Work like you're broke. Just keep going. All right, Tim. All right, Sam. There has been a lot of great information that a homeowner or a first-time homebuyer that is trying to go through this process that can help. So thank you for answering all those questions. Now, for someone that is looking to upgrade or downsize, they own their house for many years. They have such a great interest rate, and they're getting to a point where, like, you know what? Is it worth? Should I sell? I mean, I'm so comfortable. My rate is so low. Like, I don't want to move, but I want to move, right? There's something there's a chip that they have, and they want to move, but they just the low rate that they have is pulling them back. What advice would you give to that individual?
I would listen to them regarding their needs. Listening to the needs is very important, because then you can just start planning, coming up with a game plan. So when I ask them, okay, what are your wants and needs? What do you need for sure in a house? And if they go, well, my interest rate, I was like, okay, obviously they're interest rate conscious about that. They don't want to lose that. Okay, well, don't lose it. Like my house that I have in Avondale, I have a 3.25 interest rate.
Yeah,
you can't
crazy.
beat that.
Yeah.
So I don't want to sell it. I'm going to keep it for a while and see what happens. But for a homeowner that has that right now, but they want to move, I would say probably look at new builds, which is what I did. I looked for new build where the incentives were promising and good for me and my family, and that's what I did. And I kept the other houses as a rental.
Yeah, and you got a good rate on the new purchase.
And I got a new rate in the purchase.
Yeah.
With the new build, with the incentives where I got my closing costs paid for. We locked in the rate.
Yeah.
But
some people don't want to deal with tenants. They're like, you know what? I don't want to deal with tenants. Like, I don't want to rent out my house. I'd rather cash out and reinvest what I have into the new house.
Yeah, I mean, you can do a contingency. I've dealt with those before. And
put your house on the market,
sell and buy. Certainly doable. It's a little bit It can be stressful, but it's doable. It gets done every single day. Those deals close every single day.
Yeah, it happens all the time. So Sam, we've been watching you. You've been with us for about 10 years or so within our team. It's been a while. Time flies. I remember when you used to have black hair and
Mr. Funny
Remember
Guy.
those days?
I used to have black hair.
What has kept you this long? Being part here within our team and seeing our growth, but not just seeing, but contributing.
I like what I do. I love what I do, and not that it's easy. It doesn't feel like work, even though I have to keep myself busy. Nobody's gonna come knock at the door. Hey, can you help me find a house? I have to work for it, make phone calls, invest into the business, and work like I'm broke, like I mentioned earlier, and showing up to the office, always showing up, which is one of the reasons that I don't like to work from home, because I feel like I can't show up. So I make sure that they come to the office, because this is the environment. I see other people working, and obviously I don't want to be left behind.
Yeah.
And so I never want to be left behind, and that's good.
Yeah, because as a self-employed that you are, right? As an entrepreneur that you are, when you're working for yourself, even though you're part of our team, but I'm not gonna tell you, hey Sam.
Oh yeah.
Hey, I need you to work till 10 p.m. Right? That's on you.
Yeah.
Just having that flexibility, right? A lot of agents they take that for granted.
They get it for granted.
They get so comfortable.
Too comfortable.
Yeah.
Too comfortable. Absolutely. So when I see people working and doing better, I was like, oh man, I can't be left behind.
Yeah.
And that's my mentality. I've always seen it like that, and I was like, nope. And I catch myself being too comfortable sometimes.
Yeah.
And I'll put notes for myself and to remind myself, like, hey, don't do it. Get off social media or do this.
Stop scrolling.
Stop scrolling, for sure.
What habits have you had the biggest impact on your success?
I think the work ethic has always applied, even though sometimes I do get too comfortable. And it's just being conscious, and one of the biggest habits that I think works is showing up, coming to the office. Coming to the office, even if you don't have an office. Like here, for example, there's so many desks that somebody can come into and still make it your office.
Yeah.
And I see agents that do it every single day. They bring their stuff, and that's good.
Yeah.
That's absolutely so good. It's better than staying home, because at home, there's distractions. There's distractions, and even when I work from home, I have my daughter, and I love my kids and everything, but I get distracted easily, and that I just know myself, and I get distracted easy, so I can't allow myself to come here to the office and work.
That's awesome, man. All right, let's switch from gears back to home ownership to end this episode.
All right.
What's the best memory that you have created by being a homeowner? That you can. I know you have probably created tons of memories, right? But what's the one that you're like, man, this feels amazing.
I think I took a lot of pride when we got our pool, and even going through the planning of the pool, my wife and I going to the pool company and planning the pool, like, all right, what do we want in the pool? What's important to us? And to me, one of the things like, hey, I have a little one, bubblers for my daughter, because she's still little.
Yeah.
And I want to make sure she has fun, a little play pad for her and a little sitting area for us. And that was fun. And so when we got the pool and it was finally working and it was summer and seeing them have fun, that was like the best.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. Even though I didn't use it as much, but I could see them enjoy, and that was good enough.
Yeah, I mean, that right there is just a great feeling, right?
Absolutely.
Now, for a realtor that is in the process of, making, trying to make it in this kind of market, what advice would you give? Because it doesn't matter if it's a new realtor or a seasoned realtor. What kind of advice would you give somebody that is, just trying to make something happen?
Struggling. Show up everywhere you go. Be intentional in what you're doing. If you're going to do an open house, but be intentional and strategic about it. Don't just open the door, sit there, and wait for somebody to knock.
Yeah.
You have to do some door knocking, invite the neighbors, write down their names. If you're going to do social media, post it, have your family share it and like it, and call them out and reach out to the people that like your posts. You have to remind people that you're a realtor, and that you're still working full time. It's not a part-time gig. Some people treat it as a part-time gig, and this is a business. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
No, it's like any self-employed person. You have to be invested 100% all the time.
All right, Sam. So one of the things before we end this episode, one of the biggest things that I see you do is, sending birthday cards to your clients and personal notes to your clients. And I mean, that right there is huge, right? What kind of feedback do you get from the people that you're sending those cards to?
I always get positive feedback. It's time consuming because I handwrite.
I know you do.
It's not something that I buy off the shelf somewhere.
You don't hire that company that, it looks like
the auto pen?
Yes.
No, I handwrite every single card, and I put a gift card every single card, whether it's my past clients for birthdays or their home purchase anniversaries. That to me has been very successful. I've gotten clients off that. And then people that my past clients that get it, they'll post it on social media or send me a text, and I appreciate that just as much as they do. I appreciate it as well. But it's been huge for me. It's been huge. I continue to do it. Sometimes I go a couple weeks without doing it because I get busy, but I always go back to my past clients and say, hey, happy belated birthday.
Yeah.
You know,
trying to keep up, right?
Trying to keep up because every year I have more people.
Yeah.
So more cards and more time. So it gets hard. That's usually what I try to do on a Monday morning or in the weekends.
Yeah.
You know, in the evenings. Once I'm done with my calls or whatever I'm doing, if I have time, I write cards.
There you go. So if you're a realtor out there and you have clients, might as well stay in front of them, right? And the best way is to send them a nice birthday card or a anniversary card.
Even if you don't put a gift card.
It's the intention that counts.
The intention that counts 100%. I didn't put gift cards before. And then I started with $5.
Yeah.
And then as I went, now I do $10 gift cards.
Yeah, a quick Starbucks card.
Yeah,
something.
just one coffee as something.
Coffee on me.
Coffee on me.
Yeah,
absolutely.
there you go. So, Sam, thank you for being part of this episode, man. We appreciate you. You're doing
welcome.
great things in the community, great things within our team. So, thank you so much. For anyone that is watching this episode, if you like this episode, please make sure to like, subscribe, and share. Okay, everything that you guys do, it's very much appreciated. If you're a realtor that is thinking about making a switch, or maybe you're going through a bit of a struggle, like the environment is huge. Sam, before we go and before we end this, what do you think about environment within our team specifically?
You know, I've been on this team, like you said, it's been almost 10 years or 10 years probably, but that is huge. That's one of the reasons I'm still here. It's the environment, the culture, and we're all with the same goal. And we don't see each other like competition. It is competition, but it's friendly competition.
Yeah.
It's never negative here. We're always cheering each other on and want to see everybody be successful. Yeah. There's enough business out there for everybody.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure.
Yeah.
So environment is everything, which is one of the biggest reasons that I'm still here.
Yeah, awesome, man. We appreciate you. So yes, if you are a realtor out there that you're going through a bit of a struggle, or maybe you are doing well, but we can help you maybe even get better or do better. Reach out to us. So yeah, if you're interested in possibly joining our team, you can go to my bio. There's gonna be a link. Complete it. It's gonna come directly to me. We can set up a meeting, and if we're a good fit, we'll be happy to bring you on board. Sam, once again, thank you for being part of this.
Thanks for having me on board.
Pride of ownership is huge.
Yes,
right.
absolutely.
Once you live in your house, nobody's gonna bother you. You don't have to move out. No, so it's an amazing feeling.
And that first house will open so many doors for you later.
There
Absolutely.
it is. Awesome. Thank you. Appreciate you. We'll see you guys soon.